Well, hello everybody, my name is Mark. Nope. Wrong video. What's up guys, it's your boy, Mr. Rank here, one of the Brothers of Steel. And welcome back to another video. I'm trying to start just getting back into it again. Yeah, it's just been hard with school and work to try and make time for videos, but I'm trying my best. So hopefully there's going to be more, there is going to be more posts. Sorry about the lack of it. I didn't mean that. It's just been busy lately. But this video, I'm going to explain to you why I personally think the pull-up is one of the best lat exercises you can do. And of course, there's going to be some things with it, right? There's going to, if you're not able to do a pull-up, maybe you're a little too heavy to do it or something like that. I'm going to explain to you some other variations that is going to help with that. But if you're strong enough to do a pull-up, I'm going to tell you why I think it's one of the best lat exercises there is. Now, first off, let's demonstrate a good pull-up first before we go anywhere, okay? So what's a good pull-up? It's definitely not CrossFitter, you know. They're just okay. What is a good pull-up? All right, a good pull-up is a nice pause at the top and a slow little let down at the bottom, and maybe get a good nice stretch, second or two hold at the bottom right here, and then go up nice and slow, just like that. We do not want any ugly flinging of the body up to try and get as many reps of pull-ups as possible. Trust me, you're not going to achieve what you want by basically ego lifting pull-ups, okay? Nice and slow. Nice second hold at the top and a nice slow release at the bottom, really stretching out those lats. Ow! Oh, I was back day today, that's why I'm making this video, and my lats are hurting. Yeah, so make sure if you're doing the pull-up, okay, that you do it correctly with good form, because trust me, at the end of the day, nobody genuinely really cares about you in the gym, so there's no point in being stupid and not maximizing the effects of your workout, all for your ego and to make you feel better because you did something cool that no one else in the gym could do or something like that. Trust me, nobody genuinely cares. You're going to learn that the hard way. I learned that the hard way. So you just got to maximize your workouts, okay? And trust me, people are going to be a lot more impressed with you being able to do 15 really slow, perfect reps of pull-ups than if you were able to do 25 cheesy, god-awful looking pull-ups, okay? So don't focus on how many repetitions you can get. Really focus on form and really just isolating your lats and really feeling the burn. That's a lot more important, okay? Now, here's the reason why I think it's one of the best, okay? It's because you can really, you really feel the stretch and pain in your lats. Now, something I've never experienced. Now, of course, this is my personal experience. Everyone is different. I get that, okay? If pull-ups don't feel comfortable or anything like that, or they hurt somewhere they shouldn't, or you're just not able to do them, of course, there's other variations of back exercises that are perfectly fine. I'm not saying that pull-ups should be the only back exercise you do. But the reason why I think it's one of the best is because you just get an insane, just ridiculous stretch on your lats that really no other exercise can provide. And for me personally, now I'm going to be honest, I was the culprit of doing stupid, retarded pull-ups, okay? I did 23 pull-ups as my record for how many I could do. They were ugly, okay? They were not pretty pull-ups, okay? But yeah, that was That was when I was focused on how many repetitions I can get instead of focusing on form. Now, when I really focused on form, and I kid you not, it's only been about 3 weeks where I really focused on form more than anything else. When I focused on form, I was only able to get 15 clean, smooth, pausing at the top, slow, eccentric toward the bottom, and a nice little 1 to 2 second hold while you're flaring out your lats a little bit, almost like you're doing a lat spread. But you're like kind of spreading your lats a little bit just to really emphasize the stretch on them. I was only able to get 15. Okay, big number difference. But here's the thing. Okay, I did those 15, and I kid you not, I had lat soreness like you would not believe. I've never felt my lats be this sore consistently for 3 weeks ever in my entire lifting career, and I've been hardcore lifting for over 2 years now, and I've never had my lats this sore, this beat up, this destroyed ever. I would do lat pull downs, okay? I would do cable rows, the you get that little thing, and you it's like a little hammer, little handles, it's like a V-shaped handle. You get it under the bar and you do these, right? See Ronnie Coleman with like 8 plates on there doing that. Barbell rows. I did every single lat exercise you could think of. Cable, barbell, dumbbell. And I kid you not, none of them got me sore like pull-ups have, okay? Absolutely insane. For the past 3 weeks, two times every week for the past 3 weeks, I've had consistent lat soreness I've never ever had ever in my entire lifting career. And that is all thanks to the fact that I've been taking pull-ups seriously and really focusing on the stretch. That's one of the reasons why I think you could just get the best stretch for your lats ever on pull-ups that you can't necessarily replicate with anything else. You could get super close with the lat pull down, right? Straight bar lat pull downs. Those are insanely good. I like those too. But currently in my setup, because I work out a lot in my home gym, and my school gym is all barbell, dumbbell, okay? That is almost equally as good of an exercise in my opinion, but in my current state, I don't really have access to something like that. So, pull-ups, I still think pull-ups are king over lat pull-downs, but I would have definitely integrated lat pull-downs with pull-ups, if I was able to. But if I had to choose one or the other, it would definitely be pull-ups, just because you can get that slight stretch that lat pull-downs just didn't really provide for me. Now, it's all personal preference. I just hope you guys know this. Just because I think pull-ups are the best lat exercise, that doesn't mean that you only do pull-ups, or that you have to integrate pull-ups into your back day, even if they're uncomfortable, you don't like them very much, or you don't feel the same stimulus from them as like lat pull-downs or barbell rows, dumbbell rows, cable rows, something like that. It's all personal preference. This is just my opinion. If you want to try it out, of course. Now, of course, lat pull-downs are an insanely good replacement for pull-ups if you're not strong enough to do pull-ups yet. That'll definitely help you build up the strength to be able to do them. Stuff like that. So that's a really good variation if you can't do pull-ups. Now, let's say you can, and let's say you can do really good. Let's say you can do good form pull-ups, and you can do a lot of reps of them, like 15 to 20. Okay? One thing I recommend with pull-ups, or just really any exercise at all, get grips. Get grips. It doesn't matter which ones you get. Get something to help with your grip strength, because trust me, it makes a huge difference. It really does. Grip is a massive limiting factor, especially in pull-ups. But there's other things that it's a huge limiting factor. But in today's video, we're just focusing on pull-ups. So yeah, it's a huge limiting factor, grip is, for pull-ups. So I would definitely invest in some little like grip things. You can get like the Gym Reapers one, Versa Grips, all that. Something to help with your grip, because trust me, it'll make a world of difference. Then you can really focus on just perfect form, stretching of the lats, all that good stuff. Really just focusing on doing pull-ups instead of focusing on the extreme burn you get from doing pull-ups without anything, because your grip always gives out. Always. Before, well, not always. If you're a beginner, it probably won't. But once you get to the point where you're building muscles that are stronger or can do more than what your grip allows, they come in such handy you wouldn't believe. Now, time to continue this. In my personal opinion, if you can do 15 or over, perfect form, nice pause at the bottom, nice slow eccentric pull-ups. If you can do 15 or over, what I recommend is investing in a weight belt and then to start doing weighted pull-ups. Now, I did that. I have done this. I bought a weight belt last week, and all I did was put on 5 pounds. I put on 10 pounds today. Put a little 10-pounder on there. Right. Oh my goodness. Not only is this a perfect way to progressively overload on pull-ups, but holy moly, the difference it makes at the stretch at the bottom and trying to hold at the top and slowly letting down with that extra weight. Oh, your lats are going to be absolutely fried. Now, one thing I want to mention with the weight belt, never, ever be embarrassed of the weight you load on there, okay? If you're doing pull-ups and you just want to load on a little 2.5, okay? Just to get a little bit extra weight on you, but not too much to the point where, you can't do a ton of pull-ups, good form pull-ups normally. If you just want to slap on a little 2.5, never, ever be embarrassed of that. Because trust me, at the end of the day, no one's going to look at you and be like, oh, he's only got a little 2.5 on his belt. Oh my gosh, what a weak little baby. No one's going to do that. No one genuinely cares. So never, ever be embarrassed of the weight. Don't try and put on 2 plates on your lifting belt and try to do pull-ups there to try and impress yourself and others, because I don't want you getting hurt. And I guarantee you don't want to get hurt either. So never be embarrassed. I wasn't embarrassed of putting on a little 5-pounder on there, a little 10-pounder on there. And trust me, it'll make a world of difference. Because you will get to the point where you'll be able to do a plate with weighted pull-ups, okay? You just got to work your way up there. You can't start there. It's just not how it is. You work your way up. So never be embarrassed of putting on small amounts of weight each time. Even if you have a 10 and a 2.5 loaded on there. Who cares? Does it look a little goofy? Yeah, it might look a little goofy, but who cares? Because at the end of the day, you're focusing on your progress, your strength, and building it up. Okay? No one else's. Alright? So never be embarrassed of the amount of weight you put on there. On anything, it doesn't matter. Just weighted pull-ups or anything. Any exercise, never be embarrassed ever of the weight you're lifting, okay? But at the end of the day, I digress, okay? Those are some of the reasons why I personally think pull-ups are the best lat exercise that you can do. And of course there's different grips, you got the normal front, normal pull-up here, or Then neutral grip. Oh, I call them neutral grip. Okay, neutral grip pull-ups like this. Same thing. Nice little pause at the top. Slowly release. Nice little 1 second hold at the bottom. Or, of course, chin-ups. And people like to confuse chin-ups and pull-ups. Of course, if you're going to do this, same premises as always. But yes, there's a difference. You have no idea how many people I see. They're like, I would do like 14 pull-ups. I'm like, oh really? Can I see? Yeah, I want to see that. I think it'd be cool. And then they do that, and they're doing chin-ups. And I don't know. Maybe it's just me being overly critical, or maybe I'm just overthinking it. But it's like, nope. Those are chin-ups, my friend. Okay, little different. The only difference, talking about it, the only difference between chin-ups and pull-ups is the fact that chin-ups are slightly more bicep-oriented. That doesn't mean that chin-ups don't hit your back. Oh, trust me, they do hit your back, but they also hit your biceps a little bit more than neutral and normal grip pull-ups. They hit your biceps a little bit more. So, if you're in like a little bit of a pinch, you can't do a long workout, chin-ups are a perfect way to hit your biceps and your lats at the same time, because neutral and normal grip pull-ups are more bicep oriented. You will feel, not bicep oriented, lat oriented. You will feel a little bit of soreness in your biceps because ultimately they are still working either grip you use, but they are a little bit more worked in the chin-up position. So chin-ups are a perfect way to get in a pretty decent back and bicep workout. If you're in a pinch, you only have like 25 minutes to lift. You do a few sets of those. It may not be enough to get you super sore, but it will be enough to maintain if you're out on vacation or something like that. So that's a perfect way to hit back and biceps, but ultimately it's still a pull-up because you're still pulling yourself up. So chin-ups are still part of the pull-up group. And yeah, those are my top reasons why I think pull-ups are a perfect and probably the best lat exercise you can perform. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna try and be more motivational to upload more videos. Last one was almost 2 weeks ago, but at least getting back into it. I gotta find my grind to start making these videos, but I'm definitely trying to get back into it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, stay happy, stay positive, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Obviously, gotta edit that out.